Hi, I hope everyone is having a great day. I wanted to get on here and do an updated review of my YSL Bill Pouch. Also, if you notice I'm wearing the same thing as a previous video, it's because I am filming them on the same day. But anyway, so updated review of the YSL Bill Pouch. This unboxing and first impressions was the very first YouTube video I ever filmed, and I had mentioned that I purchased this piece, with the intentions of using it as a clutch. And in that video, I went through a whole bunch of different configurations of what might fit and kind of came to the conclusion that yes, this would be a great clutch. It's lovely, it's perfect, such value for money. I have to make some retractions on those thoughts. I still think it's lovely. I think it is a beautiful piece. I think it is wonderful value for the money that I paid. It has held up really well. I don't know if you can see that there, but like the hardware is still shiny. I don't have like any wear, no corner wear. It's basically as new as the day I unboxed it. To be fair, I haven't used it every single day since getting it, but you know, it has so far held up really well. So I do think it is wonderful value for money. I think it's a great little piece. I do not think it is a great clutch, however. I did try using this as a clutch at an event, and what I found is despite the configurations I did in that first video, and despite concluding that yes, the things that I really want to carry with me in a clutch fit, it works, and that's all true, it's still true, the actual functionality of it was difficult. And mainly what I found was that it was really difficult to get things in and out of. I had put my phone, this is not my phone, this is an older phone, it's an iPhone 5, so it's actually smaller than my iPhone 7 Plus that I use every day. It's my everyday phone, my actual phone, but I'm filming on it right now, so I'm using this kind of as a stand-in. Anyway, I had put it in this inner pocket. I think I also had my oil blotting sheets, a mirror, you know, some sort of lip product, and probably I think I had my keys and like maybe a credit card or two, which I already have credit cards in here. Great, it fits lovely, it looks lovely, it's not bulging, it's great. What I found though is that when I want to get my phone, everything would be stacked on top of it or around it, and so now I have to dig for it. And then when I went to put my phone back, and this was really the kicker, I'm at this event, I'm standing around, there are tables and whatever, but I don't want to like unload everything on a table. All of a sudden like got really like, and this is easier again because it's smaller, but it got like really weird and awkward to shove in here and then close it up and get the right configuration and not warp it. And again, the iPhone 7 Plus took up almost all of the length of the clutch, so it was really like shoving it in here. It was really difficult. And so what I ended up doing is sticking it in here like this and then doing this. But what happened is that this doesn't actually hold it very well, so it would like fall out, or I would open it up and like the lip product would fall out. It didn't work very well. So I take it back. I don't actually think it's a great clutch. I guess if you're going out and you are very rarely going to be reaching in and out of it, maybe that's a thing. But for me, the clutch function didn't work nearly as well as I wanted it to. That being said, I have found other uses for it that are amazing. So I am someone who uses large bags very often. I carry a lot with me on an everyday basis, and I use everything in pouches, so it's easy to find. But what that means is that my phone and my Louis Vuitton key clay are the two things that do not go in a pouch, because I'm constantly reaching for these. I'm constantly reaching for my phone for whatever reason, and this has, you know, subway passes and bus passes and my ID and all sorts of stuff, so I'm always reaching for this too. So I always put these in the inner pocket of a bag. But I have some bags that don't have inner pockets or don't have functional inner pockets. For example, I have a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 and a Speedy 35. great bags. I love those bags. But the inner pocket that comes with it is really small, so my phone does not fit in there at all. The key clay kind of fits. It doesn't really fit. It's really small. It is not a functional inner pocket for me. So while I love those bags, I hate having to use them, and then my phone and my key clay are just kind of like rattling around in there, and I am, I'm trying to find my subway pass, for example, and I'm like struggling with my bag, trying to find the key clay, trying to figure out where it is. It's a huge hassle. What I have found though is that this is a great inner pocket substitute. So what I do is I keep this zip top open. I can stick my phone in, stick my key clay in, and that is perfect. I like them sticking out in this scenario because it's easy to pull it out, it's easy to stick it back in. I also found that because this is, just the shape of it, and with the stuff in it, it has weight, it doesn't just kind of rattle around in my bag. It kind of stays put, and it's easy, even if it does shift a little bit, this is easy to find. It is much easier to find this entire bill pouch than this much smaller key clay just kind of somewhere in the mass of my bag. So this has been one of my favorite, very unexpected, but favorite uses for this piece. So it's kind of a substitute inner pocket, and that is lovely and wonderful. The other way I have found to use this that has been really great is, this sounds so silly, but to use it exactly as it's intended, as a bill pouch. But the reason why I find it so great is because it functions almost like a mini wallet for me. And that sounds kind of weird because it's not mini by any means. It is like the length of a full length wallet. It's probably taller than some full length wallets, but because it's so thin, I find that it takes up about the same amount of space as like a mini wallet, just in different ways. So on an everyday basis, this is my wallet. It is a Chanel wallet on a chain, and I use it as an everyday wallet. And although this isn't big per se, it has some width and bulk to it, especially because I do put the chain in here. So it creates some bulk. So I have some medium-sized shoulder bags, and this fits in it, but then there's not much room for anything else. So I can use a mini wallet, and sometimes I do, but sometimes I prefer to use this. And because it's so thin and narrow, even though it's basically it's actually longer than the Chanel wallet on a chain, it's basically the same height. The thinness of it means that it is taking up so much less space than the Chanel wallet on a chain. So I can stick bills in the front, which I already have in here. I can stick cards back here. I can stick change in here if I really wanted to. I can even stick like a oil blotting sheet or something in here and stick it in a bag, and it takes up like no space. So it functions almost like a mini wallet for me, and that's really great. I really, really love that, and that was unexpected. I didn't think I would be using this as any sort of wallet. I had no plans to do that, but it really, really works that way very, very nicely. So I do think this is a really wonderful buy. The other way I will say, and this is my personal opinion, I've heard of people using these as like a quick grab and go, out running errands, stick your phone in, stick your card case in, and grab and go. For me, again, I don't find that use to be functional. I have tried it, but for me, for a quick grab and go, if I'm truly like just grabbing and going, I'm going to take the entire key pouch. I'm going to take the entire key pouch. Mine is bulky because it has so much crap in it. It's not really bulky, but it has quite a few cards, ID, etc., etc. And then it has the keys hanging off of it. So when I stick it in the pouch, it takes up some room. There's some bulk. I also am going to grab my phone, and then, what am I going to do? It's stick it in here again, and now it's so bulky and it's hard to zip, or I can stick it in the front, but again, that is a struggle and it stretches it. It's hard to get in and out. So for me, this doesn't work as a grab and go. If you're someone who you have a much smaller card case, or you are just taking one card at a time, I think it would work much better. For me, it doesn't work. I don't mind. In fact, I love having both of these items in here when it's functioning as kind of a, you know, a inner pouch in my bag, because I want these items sticking out when it's in my bag, because I can, again, grab it really quickly. But if I'm actually taking this out, I don't want these items sticking out. I want to zip it up, and then it just doesn't work for me. So as a clutch, didn't work for me. As a grab and go, doesn't really work for me. Works amazing for me as a substitute inner pocket. Works so well for me when I need a smaller wallet option. So I still think it's a great buy. I still think this is a wonderful piece. I think it is very beautiful, so elegant, has been holding up so nicely, but I don't think it's a great clutch. That being said, I still want to try it as a clutch, so I will probably give it a go at least one more time, but it doesn't work very well for me as a clutch, and I know that. And it doesn't work very well for me as a grab and go. But I still love the piece. I think it is lovely. It has held up really well. I just am using it in different ways than I thought I would be. Anyway, I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, please do leave them down below in the comments. If you like this video, I would love it if you would like and subscribe, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.